If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. This week I am playing the Avengers with Captain America as the leader, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Black Widow, and Vision. I'm really excited to play the Avengers with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and then adding in Vision. We're doing a little nod to WandaVision, so I think that's really fun. My team tactic cards are the Whims of Chaos, No More Mutants, Advanced R&D, Avengers Assemble, and Second Wind. The Winds of Chaos, Scarlet Witch can choose a non-dazed character, remove a damage, and then put a special condition on an enemy character. No More Mutants, Scarlet Witch can stop an enemy character from performing a superpower, but they still have to pay the power, and then they cannot do the superpower for the rest of the turn. Advanced R&D, I thought Vision usually racks up a lot of power. I might need to spread it out a little. Avengers Assemble is just always good when you're playing Avengers. They can advance short for just one power. And then Second Wind, an Avenger character can remove a damage and remove the stun special condition. I'm really excited to try to play these cards, especially No More Mutants. I think that's going to be really fun, and I'm excited to go up against the Cabal. We don't usually play that affiliation, so this should be really fun.
This week, I'll be playing the Cabal. I haven't played them in a little while. We've got two of the newer members with Sin leading the team. We've got Viper. If we got Sin, we had to have Crossbones. So Crossbones is there. We've got Baron Zemo and Magneto. So interesting collection. I never really thought I'd be playing this combo. But Magneto I'm bringing in because we've got a 5-point Scarlet Witch to go up against, and she's very, very scary. And everybody else on my team is 3 points. And while most of them are, well, okay, they're decent 3-pointers, I'm not sure how well they go against the Avengers. So Sin, Viper again, they're two of the newer ones. Really interested to see how they play, especially with Sin's new leadership ability for the Cabal. Viper, her movement mechanics are going to be interesting as long with stealth. So I'm hoping she'll be my herb carrier in the game. Zemo is Zemo, he's fantastic. Crossbones, I think, is going to work really well with Sin, along with the Team Tactics cards that can be used by either one of them. And again, the collection together, we'll see how well they go. So I'm interested to get how this plays out. For my Team Tactics, I've got two Ash and Cinder, Illicit Tech, Magnetic Crush, Magnetic Refraction, and Dark Rain. So two of these cards, the two Cinder and Ash, or two Ash and Cinder in Illicit Tech, are two of the newer ones that came with Sin. I am very interested to see if I can play Illicit Tech, because that has the Crossbone SN Plasma rifle with it, which has some phenomenal abilities. It's a one-shot weapon, unfortunately, but it does give you a energy, strength 6, range 5 attack that can incinerate and generate power for you. So all in all, super awesome. To Ash and Cinder is a kind of an attack that it puts a bomb in place that if you can pull it off correctly, you can stun and do 2 damage to people next to the terrain that you basically sabotaged. So that's kind of like Warzone to a degree, but not, I guess, also. But it's going to be an interesting one to try to pull off. Dark Rain, it's a typical Cabal one. And the other two are Magneto cards. Which I want to see if I can pull off. You know, Magnetic Refraction, even though this is not a Brotherhood team, it can still provide cover for 1 round. And then the Magnetic Crush, I just always love it if I can pull that one off, because it's such a nasty attack, especially if you have a lot of terrain features around, which with Magneto can be pretty easy to do. So all in all, I'm really interested to see how well this plays out. These are new characters, both sides of new characters. Anything can happen. Let's just hope we get the rules right, and let's see how this game goes. But overall, very excited about it.
All right, so I actually won priority for this one, which is the first time this season. First thing you got to do, though, in Power Phase is put out that metal construct from Magneto. That's his Master of Magnetism ability. That has two functions. It is a movable piece of terrain, but it also generates him a power. So I get 2 power off the bat with Magneto. And then we'll start. So yeah, I'm going with Sin first. Not really sure how I was going to play her this game. None of my people have great energy defense, so getting these portals is average, I guess, because I'm 3 across the board, I believe, except for Crossbones, who's a 2. So she has just as good a chance as anybody, and I end up getting it. No skulls, thank goodness. But that will be coming later on.
Okay, I am moving Captain America.
You had some choice words trying to fit that movement tool.
I know. I'm not very graceful when I play these games. So I'm just moving him up there. He's got great energy defense, so he gets to roll 4 dice. Oh, I barely got it.
Yeah. So then I'm going with Crossbones here, and I had one thought with what I was going to do with him. First of all, I wanted to keep him close to Sin so they could use that Partners in Crime ability. I was trying to block off something of what Quicksilver could do, and we'll see if that's effective at all.
All right, there's... oh, did I change my mind? Okay, so there's Black Widow. And she only has 2 dice, but I'm hopeful. Oh, wah wah.
Yeah, Black Widow's not successful at those kind of things in the games. So now it's Magneto. My only non-3-pointer in this list. And I'm just moving him up. You'd think he'd have a better than a 3 defense and energy, but no. And I know why. It's not a complaint, but I'll take force projection any day. I got it, but I rolled a skull too. So that means Nikki gets to push me back. Or push me in any direction too.
Okay, so I believe that's Scarlet Witch. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for that because I want to get that point. You just never know when that 1 point's going to cause you to lose the game. And I get it.
We didn't catch it, but you rolled a skull. That was on the bottom.
Oh, it looks like you caught it. You're moving her.
Well, no, I mean, not on the camera just now. I don't know if you saw that.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember you rolling the skull. So I was like, ha ha ha! Scarlet Witch, go back.
You're such a grown-up, Andy.
She's scary.
Alright, so I'm going to move her. I'm kind of thinking she might be able to throw that truck at someone later. You never know. Maybe at dear old dad.
I think dear old dad's going to throw it at his belligerent children. Ungrateful whelps. So I am up next, and I'm going to go with Baron Zemo. I wanted to leave Viper for last because she has some of the best movement mechanics, on my list at least. And I wanted to see what Nikki was going to do also. So I'm just seeing where Zemo can go. I'm going to try to grab that portal just to kind of mess with Nikki as well. So I'm going to move back in just a second. Okay, I guess we didn't catch that, but I did move back. I didn't get the portal, and I rolled a skull, so the joke was on Zemo, I guess.
Okay, so moving him back. Okay, there's Vision. I believe I'm going to attack.
Yep.
Why not? That's what I say.
Now, I do have Strategic Genius, so I get to reroll one of my dice, which is good. Good here. You end up doing no damage. Yeah.
You blocked all of it.
That's why Zemo's pretty awesome.
It's okay, Vision. You can have some fun later.
So Viper's coming up. I don't have power to do what I need to, but I do have enough to get over to where she needs to over here. We weren't counting those stairs as size 5 yet. Those are just more visual, but not really impeding terrain. So I was able to go grab that the herb. She's got it now, which is fun because that gives her one more dice to her physical attacks, And that's all she has. So we'll see if that plays out in a little bit.
Okay, so here's Quicksilver, and I wanted to move him last because I didn't want anything to happen to him until he got that herb. I wanted him to be safe. Protect him at all cost.
Is he what they call a cupcake?
Well, he runs really fast, but I guess he can be a little fragile.
Yeah, I think ultimately you're trying to figure out what you're going to do here. See where your best action was. If you could hear the audio, that's basically what we're discussing. Oh no, you're trying to figure out the range of your attacks. You want to take out crossbones.
That's right. I'm deciding, do I want to move over? Do I want to attack? And I think ultimately...
Yeah, you go against Sin with a supersonic strike.
I'm thinking I could build up some power and then maybe use my superpower to
Yes.
move.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3.
No blocks. And Sin is incredibly fragile. I thought she had 5 on this healthy side. She only has 4. So
Okay, so this is where I use, is it called Speedster?
Yeah.
The superpower?
Yep, Speedster.
That gets him over there by the herb.
So during the cleanup phase, my leadership ability kicks in. It's after the points have scored, but for anybody who's within range 2 of someone contesting an objective, for each one of my people, I roll a dice, and if it's a hit crit or wild, they get moved short. If they're holding anything, like in this case, right next to crossbones, a hit crit or wild would make them drop it. Didn't play out, but it's something interesting that can definitely affect the game, and we'll see if that happens later on. All right, let's start by placing that metal construct.
You think this is going to happen? No. Nay. Viper goes first.
I hope you all enjoyed that little live performance there. So now I'm going with Viper. And the reason I made that comment was Nikki assumed I was going to attack Quicksilver first. I wanted to get Viper the heck out of Dodge. She's got the herb. That herb is the most important thing right now, and I need to get it to my side. And she's got some great mechanics for doing that. I don't have enough power yet, so I'm hoping this Poison Blade against Captain America will get me some power so that I can do my special superpower. She's going to use Vibranium Shield. Gives her 2 extra dice, I believe. Pretty good roll so far. And there's the poison. So I did pull off a poison on her. She blocked 2. I did 3 damage, all in all, which is not too shabby. I wasn't even expecting to do that. So that 3 power is going to be very useful for this. I want to do the displacement ring. It's not a move. So, it's not a move action, so I was able to pull that one off, get her a little further across the board.
Okay, so I'm going to do Avengers Assemble. Obviously, I want to move Quicksilver. He's holding the herb, so any way I can move him up a little is good. Scarlet Witch. Trying to decide if I should get on the truck or move around the truck, what I should do.
She's taunting me with that truck already. She's like, what can I do with this truck later on? Nothing, because Magneto's right next to it as well.
I mean, who doesn't want to throw a truck at their dad? Let's just be honest. Okay, Vision.
It's still Avengers Assembled.
I'm kind of thinking, oh, I might be able to get in a beam attack somehow. So I'm going to move Quicksilver. I want to get him back across the board as fast as I can. And yeah, I'm overlapping that. I don't know why I did. The only excuse I have is I was in mom mode right now, telling my daughter to eat something because she's getting ready to take a final, and she was being obstinate.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do Coiled Strike to at least guarantee I survive this attack. I have no words. Continue on without me.
Yeah, I was like, okay, now I'm going to, and Andy's like, no, I'm dazed.
5 damage in 1 hit. I mean, come on. That Coiled Serpent works just like Gamora's ability, where if I would have rolled more defense than she did, I would have hurt her instead. But no, I ended up getting dazed by that attack. And you moved up.
And then I can advance. Yes, I can advance after that attack. What is that called? Cyclonic Vortex. So after it's resolved, you can advance medium.
And I'm dropping the herb. By the police truck, or police car, evidently. So Zemo's up, and he was displeased with this. Captain America, this is your fault. Yeah, I really kind of am in retaliation mode here. So, and I apologize. I could have sworn all those dice were in the lens there. So, Strategic Genius allows me to reroll one of those dice. 4 hits. She blocked 3, so 1 damage. Slowly whittling away at Captain America. And now I know I'm going to have to try to do something with that herb later on. I have 2 long movers. I figured one of them really needs to get that herb. So I grab it, luckily. And that's it. Gosh, I'm still a little bit in shock from what you did to Viper.
Sorry, Andy.
You say that, and then you laugh maniacally.
All right, Scarlet Witch. Hexbolt on Sin.
Battle of the Reds. Or the Redheads. I can't.
Look at those skulls. And guess what? They count.
I know, and I forgot that. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. Well, first of all, I didn't block anything.
And for each skull, you can put a special condition on with this attack. So, but she's dazed, right?
She's dazed.
I didn't get to do that.
Just leave her alone, okay? She's got 4 health.
Now I'm going to throw a truck at Dad, like most kids do.
Like most dads, I'm going to use Force Projection to protect myself. That's one of those few abilities that doesn't count for dodges. So I blocked 1, 2, 3. I took 2 damage from that. Not bad. It could have been a heck of a lot worse. Wanda, we need to have a discussion after this.
They might need some therapy.
Well, traditionally, he loved Wanda and always was displeased with Quicksilver. So I don't know where this is coming from, because you were always his favorite. Yeah.
Inner rage.
I guess. I don't know. Gosh, Dad, I'm never good enough for you. This is correct, Pietro. Wanda, that's okay. I blame it on Quicksilver. So Magneto taking his anger out on Quicksilver with Force Projection. Look at all those skulls. You're like, no, Daddy. Okay, I deserve this, Dad. And then I start throwing things at you.
Now, I was going to use Captain America to bodyguard, but I think he was low on power.
If one thing doesn't work, throw a car at him. That worked. So finally, he's dazed.
You suck, Dad.
Yeah. That's the one beauty. Magneto can do multiple throws, just each one cost 1 more power.
All right, Vision. He wants to come save the day. I'll save you, Wanda.
Yeah, Quicksilver's the one that got dazed. He's like, Wanda, I'll save you.
I know, right? Poor Quicksilver. He's just getting a raw deal. Okay, so this is his beam attack. First Magneto. Didn't do too well there. So 2?
2.
Yeah, I'll take it. Baron Zemo. Just 1.
Reroll. All right, 1.
So you took 1.
All right, so now I have Crossbones. And, yeah, since Sin's already been dazed, I just have to mosey him up myself.
Crossbones looks like such a jerk. He just does.
He's a loving boyfriend.
He's being a supportive boyfriend. Okay, Captain America. He's just keeping his eye on the prize there. He's going to try to grab, what is it? A trap?
It's a portal.
A portal. He's like, you guys can just do your shenanigans. I'm gonna get this portal.
Keep your family issues to yourself.
Basically, that's what he's saying. This is ridiculous. All right, Black Widow, I'm just kind of moving her. I'm thinking, well, she might have to help out at some point, so I'm going to move her a little closer.
And that's the end of the round. It's a low-scoring game so far. We've seen a lot of family issues so far. We'll see what progresses.
Some supportive boyfriends.
Crossbones. So, yeah, hey.
And Vision.
You never know what kind of game you're going to get when you're watching a Ozark Gladiators game. All right, round 3. Go ahead and start off with giving my son a little gift. That's actually a metal construct in the shape of a puppy. I don't know if you realize that.
He's not taking gifts right now.
No, he is. This is my gift to you, son. I feel very bad about what just happened. And then I'm playing Dark Reign on Scarlet Witch. Now that the game is over, I'll tell you, I did this strictly to put pressure on her and hope that you would want to defend her more, knowing she'd be easier to take out. I really didn't anticipate needing to take her out. I was going to hurt her, but that was a distraction. I don't know if that worked well. So now Daddy feels bad, and he's going to blow up the metal construct puppy with a shrapnel blast. But of course, Quicksilver uses Can't Catch Me. Leaves his sister's boyfriend just in the breeze there. He's like Vision, and Vision's like, what?
You got this, Vision.
That's right. He's like, I have what? Kablam! Let's see how well Vision takes it. It's a good hit. Ooh, Vision. Yeah. Oh, snap. Ouch. Vision, walk it off, dude. Walk it off. And now I'm going to do a reverse polarity on Scarlet Witch. And I'm close enough I can reroll all my dice. All my attack dice if I need to. Range 2 for him. And again, I forgot that those skulls count for her. Which is not a horrible thing. But yeah, good solid hit there.
This is why I can't have normal relationships, Dad.
And she cursed me, so I threw a tree at her, and she plays No More Mutants, which shuts down my Master of Magnetism ability.
And you can't play it the rest of the turn.
Not the rest of the turn. So you played Advanced R&D.
Yep. That curse is pretty cool on Magneto, too, because he really depends on a lot of power. And that puts the judgment which means he can't gain power from attacks, right?
Yep. So what just happened here, Nikki?
Okay, so Quicksilver picked that herb. Did you see him? No, you didn't, because that's how fast he is.
That's right.
And I just did the measuring tool to show that he could do it, but he was like, whoosh, whoosh.
So that was a move and speedster.
That was a move in speedster. So he's got the herb now by the vessel.
Curse you. All right, so I finally get a pull off what I've been trying to pull off for this game. It's the Sin Crossbones combo. I apologize. I know she's got a medium move. I don't know why I grabbed long. I'm almost positive that's a long, and that's my bad. I apologize. I would have been in range to do what I'm about to do anyways. I don't know what happened there. And I know for the rest of the game I used the medium. So my apologies. You don't need to yell at me. I realize.
Go ahead. You can yell at me.
No.
Just a little bit.
She yells at me too much already. I kid. So now I'm going to do... I'm going to attack Scarlet Witch with Make It Personal. Because she has made this personal. By insulting my boyfriend.
I never thought you'd say those words.
I know, right? That's kind of weird.
That's weird.
So you bodyguarded Scarlet Witch with Captain America.
Captain America, ever the gentleman.
That's right. So now I'm using Partners in Crime, which allows me to activate Crossbones and do the one thing I wanted to do this game, which was use illegal or illicit technology. Use that awesome plasma rifle, and I shoot Vision because yes, and it worked beautifully. I end up dazing Vision with that.
How dare you?
And then I just move over.
Just wait.
Then finally I play Magnetic Refraction because I realize she's going to probably attack my herb carrier.
Okay, so I am going to attack Viper.
Who is not my herb carrier right now.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I must have thought Viper had it. It's the only thing I can figure out.
The amount of venom and vitriol you're throwing at her with your dice is just astounding.
So you took 2, and then I'm throwing that car at her.
What's funny was she was just so nonchalant, it's like throw car and roll. That's not generally how she does it. She made it personal. Yeah, she smeared Viper all over the road with this one.
So that one you took 3. Oh, no, you took...
A lot. I
More
have
than
cover.
that.
I have cover, so
Oh, and the skulls count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
a lot.
7.
-3. And then you do Whimsicott.
So I remove a damage, and I put a hex on Baron. She's got some cool cards.
She does, and I thought you were going to take more damage off of her. So I wasn't going to say anything. I was super.
I don't think you can take more damage. Oh, you can pick different characters, I think.
Oh, okay.
Depending on how much power you spend, you can take a damage off of each character and then put the same amount of special conditions
Gotcha.
on an enemy character.
So I just got close enough to the portal for the portal roll. I knew I couldn't make it to the herb carrier or herb container, but I got it. I got that portal.
So Scarlet Witch is over there. She's really had not a whole lot to do, and she's
That's not Scarlet. That's
Oh
you're thinking
my
Scarlett
gosh.
Johansson.
Black Widow. I know. You always do that.
I always
He
do
calls-
this.
because of Scarlett Johansson. He calls Scarlet Witch, or Black Widow Scarlet Witch. Okay, so I'm using pistols. Black Widow is using pistols on Crossbones.
It's just a pistol. You only have one.
A pistol because he deserves it. So he took 2 there. Was that right?
Yeah.
So he's using aggressive, and he should not have done that because now he's close enough, and I have some power. I'm going to use mixed technique. If I get any damage on him, he's staggered.
Yeah, she got a damage on me. I'm staggered. Mistakes were made.
Unexpected, right, Andy?
Yeah, I totally should have let her read the whole card to me. So now I'm using Red Mayhem on Scarlet Witch. No dice there. No good. So that's it. Now I'm Black Widow. Now Black Widow, yes. So she gets moved short. Moved away from that portal. Again, this happens after points. So she still scored. Not that that matters for that particular one. And that's it. That's round 3. It's going to get a little harder to get caught up here, but game's not over yet. I've got Magneto, and he's got sun issues, and he needs to hurt Quicksilver. So we'll see what happens. All right, round 4. Putting out one of those. Did I actually put out another of my constructs? I don't know if I did or not. I think I was a little frazzled by this point. Now I'm going to go with Sin. She's going to do hit and run and make her personal on Scarlet Witch, which this is personal now, Nikki. And I rolled 2 crits, not bad. That gave me insult to injury, which is great. That means I get a second attack, which is now Mystic, which against anyone else would be great. Against a Mystic person, it's like, So, but I did roll pretty well. And that is enough to daze her. So Scarlet Witch has been dazed by the crazy Sin. Gonna move up using the correct movement tool this time. And I'm gonna shoot Quicksilver, because brother and sister, right? No, she just can't catch me. I gave you way too much power in this game. You used that too much.
That was a handy little thing.
It was. So you let Vision in the wind there. And I'm just gonna shoot him in the back. You blocked it all, but 2 shots. Because it's automatic. So 2. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to do too much here. And that works. I got 2 on you. And now, partners in crime. So, activating Crossbones. Take off that stagger. And I'm going to... I was trying to figure out if I was going to do a Haymaker on this Overpower. But it wouldn't allow me to do what I needed to do, which is also grab that portal as well. So I just did an Overpower. And hopefully I will get a wild so I can throw her if she is not taken out outright by this attack. So excited I dropped the dice. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Totally not going to do it. But there was my wild, so you get thrown at least. And I am going to throw you into Vision.
You're just really mean to Vision.
Jeez. Vision doesn't... He takes 2 damage from that, so...
Poor Vision.
And then I roll for the portal, and I got it.
All right, Captain America.
Now, Zemo does have the herb here.
Yes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Strategic Genius reroll. So I want 2.
You took 1.
Now, you opted to throw me. Do you have to throw me?
That was a shield slam?
Yeah.
No, I guess it may be thrown short.
Well, I just wonder why, since he's my herb person, why you didn't take him out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to take out Magneto.
I might have wanted to get you away from that
The portal?
portal too.
I think actually that is what you mentioned.
So obviously not even close taking out Magneto. But he still has judgment.
And you actually, that drained all my power. I have 1 power, I think, at this point.
Yeah, that judgment is nasty on someone like him, especially.
So this is, but you did end up
Oh
throwing
yeah,
me.
so I can throw him, and I was like, I don't know where to throw him. So I just tried to throw him away from the action. Don't forget your judgment.
All right.
And then I roll for the portal.
And you barely get it.
Barely get it.
Oh, why didn't I move you? You rolled a skull. See, that's, again, I knew this was kind of a no-win scenario. That's 2 mistakes I made now in that round. not major. Again, it doesn't really matter at this point. The game was not going to be decided by that portal. The only thing I'm trying to do at this point is try to make the game go a little bit longer. I grab the portal, I get pushed. If I can manage to... at best, I can get her... She can get 15 points this round. My best, she can get 15 points. And that may force it to another round, which I can maybe grab some more. That's what I'm hoping for here.
By the way, seeing Quicksilver there, he can re-roll 2 dice for defense and dodge, which I forgot earlier. I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, so I walked over there. That's it. The game's over. Nowhere near enough points to win. 17-11. Good job.
And that's game 4 in the can.
Yeah, it's interesting. We kept having to stop and look at the rules a bunch because we haven't played herbs in so long. I think we played it once, and it was back like when we first started playing. So
4 new characters, 2 on each side that with new cards.
So hopefully we did everything okay. I kept having to like Quicksilver has those advances and stuff, and I was like, am I doing that right with the herb? And
we're wrong,
hopefully
please let
we
us
did
know.
It right, yes. It's going to be really bad.
We were stopping a lot of times to verify, because I be the first to admit, I made a lot of mistakes with X-Force, and we did not want that to happen again.
Yeah. So hopefully it went okay.
We went okay. So let's talk about our newbies. Let's start with Quicksilver and Pietro.
I really liked...
I'm sorry. Wanda and Pietro.
I really liked Quicksilver. I thought he was really good, especially with this crisis with the herbs. And yeah, he was just really great. He's got that neat little trick where if someone attacks him, he can move.
Like Loki's
ability.
And you pull it off at least a couple times.
Like catch me or...
Catch me if you can. You can't catch me.
Can't catch me.
So
that was really good. And then Scarlet Witch, yeah, she was great. I mean, I think up against Magneto, it was a little tough because he's got a really great mystic defense.
So, we had discussed how we were going to do this. And my first thought was actually MODOK. Because I love MODOK too. But then we're like, well, wouldn't it be more fun? You know, when people think Cabal, they don't think Magneto. But we're like, hey, what if Scarlet Witch and Pietro were going against Big Daddy? And that would be way more fun. That's way more thematic, and that's what we decided to do. And for me, that made me feel better going against 5-point Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
She's got daddy issues, and I was going to exploit that. So, and then Pietro, we were like...
He's just staying out
He's
of it.
just...
I'm just going to take
Magneto's
my
like,
herb.
put that... I said put that up, Pietro. Put that down. He didn't put it down. Pietro does not listen to Dad.
He does what he wants.
Just like our kids, they don't listen to Daddy either.
That's true.
It mimics real life. So, but no, he was good. He's got great movement. And again, let's be very clear. I'm the one that chose this initial crisis and showed it to you to see if this was something we wanted to play.
Yeah, and I was
I knew full well
are you
she
sure
was
you
playing.
want, like,
Yeah.
as I'm, okay, but whatever.
And there's a reason why I'm okay with that, and we'll talk about that in a second when it comes to Viper, because I think Viper more
Well,
than
go
makes
ahead
up.
and talk about it.
Well, so Viper is a long range. She's got 3 things that were going for me in this game as a herb carrier. Assuming she could get a hold of the herb, which if you've already watched this, you saw she easily did. She's long move. She has stealth, and she's got that displacer ring. And that displacer ring, to my best of my understanding, is not a move action. It just moves her range 2. So yeah, he's got Speedster that allows him to do 2 long range moves. But I was just as capable of getting her across from one side to the other as you were. So, and then I think our defenses were the same when it comes down to it. So I felt that was a fair trade-off. You know, it's like you have to be within range 3 to attack. Now, when you get right next to each other and Petro is like cyclonic vortex punch and destroys her, you know, on one hit, that makes it a little bit more difficult. And that was a little bit of my downfall in this game at that point. But I never felt at that point this game was unwinnable. I have a mental issue with this crisis as it is, just because it's very hard for me to figure out. I always feel like the other person has the advantage, even if there is no advantage. It's like, how am I going to get from there back over here and, you know, stop them from doing the same? It's hard. It's very hard. This is one of those crises that is kind of my Achilles heel, because it's not. I just, like I said, I get this mental anxiety trying to play this one.
That's funny.
But yeah, so
Not
thank
really.
you for being. Your anxiety amuses me, husband.
So hilarious, yeah.
No, but again, I thought
I'm usually the one with anxiety, so this is like a new thing for me. What? Andy has anxiety? So
at least in games. So, but I never felt like I was at a disadvantage because of you having Quicksilver. So Viper, I like her. I definitely want to play with her a lot more. I think she could really screw around with the enemy's tactics if you play her right. Sin is not an easy character to play, in my opinion. She's 3. She's got very basic defense. Her leadership ability is not like overwhelming, but I do think it's got a lot of potential, and it could have been very impactful in this game, as I was kind of mentioning to Nikki earlier. If I could have made Petro drop those herbs, or whoever had him drop the herbs, that would have been huge, because that would have forced you to spend power that you may or may not have had, because we were kind of power starved for various parts of this game.
Scarlet Witch for me was power starved a lot.
Yeah, and that was great for me, because that stopped her from
But
overwhelming me with her attacks.
You did make him drop the herbs once when you dazed him.
I dazed him once, yeah. And I thought I was very capable of actually taking him completely out. Now, certain things didn't go in my favor. A couple dice rolls completely bombed for me. But at never at any point in this game did I feel like, man, how do you win? Other than that mental anxiety of how do you win this mission. I could have had the perfect team, and I would have still felt that way. I could have had nothing but like tank Quicksilvers, you know, and I would have been like, I don't know how you win this. So that was kind of a thing for me in this game. But I do like Sin. I like her with crossbones. I love that little plasma rifle. That was fun. That was the one thing I wanted to pull off in this game was that plasma
rifle.
rifle.
And then when you had crossbones activate right after her, or was it the opposite? I can't remember. Was that a card?
You have to play Sin first, because he doesn't have that rule, but she does. I would love it if they appended him to have that rule, or irritated.
I didn't know if it was a card.
No, it's part of her special rules. It's called Partners in Crime, and it's a 0-cost superpower. Which, speaking of which, when you play No More Mutants on Magneto, that was awesome.
That was good, because he got Judgment. Was that? No, that was a different attack.
No, but I was going to throw something at you, and you're like, no more mutants.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, and that was fun. That's so
that was
thematic
good
for this game, and that's what we love. We like doing the themes. So the WandaVision theme.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
I love WandaVision.
We do. I was not. I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this, but as the series progressed, the reason we bring that up, or at least I bring it up, it makes me want to play these characters more in Marvel Crisis.
Oh, I had never really wanted to play Vision before.
Right.
And it's not that I didn't like Vision, but after the WandaVision, you get to really know the characters so much better, and they do. I mean, it's just like that made me completely cut my heart up into little pieces, stomped on it, and then set it on fire. I was sobbing.
Yeah, the last episode especially.
Anyway, it was really good. So, but that's what we wanted to do with this one.
And that's why we like these games. I mean, that's why we do the narrative thematic games, because we like to play these little narratives in our own head, and being able to continue WandaVision's story or take an alternate take on it. That's fun. We enjoy that.
Yep.
So yeah, next week, speaking of thematic, we're going to continue that a little bit on. We've got family issues, is what I'm calling this, because this is going to be the Brotherhood with Magneto and Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch on the same team.
That's going to be really awkward after what just happened.
So, Dad, that didn't happen. Oh, hey, kids, long time no see. Yeah, we'll do that one. I don't know who the other team will be yet. And I don't know who's playing Brotherhood in that one.
If anyone has any suggestions,
please let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, if you want to see, it'll probably be a 20-point, just so we can kind of have some fun with it a little bit.
So, and then after we get off of here,
Future selves
are going to have the
drawing
the
for
drawing.
Who won Quicksilver.
We're going to air this on Friday, so we'll do this Friday before we post it. So
good luck to whoever.
Today's Tuesday, not that it matters.
But yeah, we'll get the next one posted. Let us know again who you want to see. And by the way, we had a lot of fun with that contest, the comments and all that. We will be doing more in the future. It's not going to be a weekly thing, but
we
stay tuned.
do want to do it every once in a while.
We do want to do it periodically.
We were kind of sneaky and put it in after, round 3 or something.
So thank you for watching, for those who watched that far.
That was so sneaky of us.
Yeah, we generally will not be posting it when we do it in the beginning of our videos. So it's for the true fans. You who are watching this, you know who you are. You deserve it. So, but good luck to all of you. Like I said, it won't be the only one. We'll be doing those again. And until next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Okay, so here we go. See who wins Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Jason Farley. And he commented, most excited for Scarlet Witch, but nearly as excited for Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I am all Defenders all the time, so these are the big releases for me. And given we haven't even got the Inhumans in New Zealand yet, we wait till after Australia and they are 6 months behind the US for releases, I won't be seeing them for a long while in person. It was great to see them on the table today, even if it didn't exactly go the Defenders' way. I remember this comment. I'm so happy for Jason because he's in New Zealand. They don't even have the Inhumans yet. I remember feeling really bad. So I promise not to complain anymore when we have delays, right, Andy?
That's pretty much what you say to that.
Yeah, what do you say to that? So that's terrible. I think that we all need to do like a hashtag, give New Zealand their...
Appreciate them a little bit, yeah, so...
And Australia too, because I guess they don't have the Inhumans yet either, so boo.
Yeah, well, Jason, I will be sending you some information in the comment. If you would just email me the information we'll need, and we'll get that to you, and hopefully you can be the envy of your friends in New Zealand. Lord knows how long it's going to take to get there, but we'll make sure it gets there as soon as possible. And thank you to everyone who participated in this. Again, we will be doing it again soon. And just pay attention for the next raffle. Until then, keep watching. Thank you.